Okay, class.
Yes.
All right, so again, instead of looking at stupid memes in your damn phone, you might want to be paying attention because some of y'all ain't graduating. So, Unit 7, this is actually easy if you set it up and do all the work. If you don't have scratch paper for this, I highly recommend grabbing some because you're going to need to draw triangles for everything. So, let's take a look at my first one here. So my first question says, determine whether there is sufficient information for solving the triangle with the given combination of angles and sides by the law of sine. Now, to do law of sine, you have to have what? A pair.
There's a pair.
Is there a pair up there?
No.
Yes?
I don't see any
Pair what? There are pair of B's, isn't there?
Pair B's?
We're looking right here at number 1. There is little b and big B, right?
Right.
That's a pair. So can I use law of sine?
Yes.
All right, next one. Solve the triangle round to the nearest tenth whenever necessary. Ah.
That's better than the.
No, I'm trying to slide it up. Says solve the triangle round to the nearest tenth whenever necessary, nearest minute as appropriate. So, is there a triangle here for this? So we have to start with that.
Yes, sir.
So this is number 2.
Big A,
Is
23 degrees 10 minutes. Big B is 40 degrees 20 minutes. Little A is what? 17.2.
little a is
17.2.
there you go. All right, since we have to solve everything in the triangle, what's the first thing I should solve? What is the easiest thing?
The big C.
Big C, because all 3 angles in a triangle have to add up to?
180.
Very good. They all have to add up to 180, don't they? So, let's do this. So it's 180 minus 23 degrees 10 minutes minus 40 degrees 10 minutes. And what do I have to include on this one? DMS, right? So it's got to be that triangle, DMS.
It's 40-20.
40-20?
Look at it, so fast.
Oh, no. For B. B is 40-20. You put 10.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's 40-20.
Okay, sorry.
The answer is 116
Yeah, but this
degrees,
is
116 degrees.
30 minutes.
There you go. 116:30. 116:30.
Yes.
So now, if I'm looking at multiple choices, what can I cross out?
The one that doesn't have 116.
Right.
B and
Exactly.
D.
Cross out B and
B
D.
and D. Maybe that.
Now, what if I don't want to do all the work? I need one of those smart people to tell me, how can I tell what answer it is? Yes.
You solve for the one that.
Longest angle, longest side.
Longest angle, longest side. He was super excited about that. Longest angle, longest side. It's less work. What you did, that would be fine. Longest angle, longest side. So that means that little c has to be bigger than
the rest of the angles.
everything else, right? So little c has to be the largest. Wow.
It's C.
Little c has to be the largest. And then after that, it has to be
Little B.
little b. Little b would go next, and then little a is last. So if we're looking at our multiple choices,
Letter 5.
so b has to be bigger than c, isn't it? Or which one's biggest? C has to be bigger, right? So my answer has to be letter
C.
C. There we go. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. We got, multiple C's and A's and B's and all that. All right, and then this one was C. See, you know what? I'm glad you got excited about something.
Yeah.
I know. Be like, yo, I got excited about math class today. Yeah. Only took 12 years for that to happen.
He's so excited.
I know, right?
He's so happy about it.
Why not? It's my job as a teacher for people to get excited about this. Now, let's take a look at number 3. What was the first thing I should solve on number 3? Angle
C.
Very good. Angle C. Because I can subtract from 180. I can subtract from 180 and do that, please. Please do that right about meow. When you go do it, right meow.
103.
That man know the answer.
I was off by one last time I tried it.
You're saying it's going to be 103?
Yeah.
103.
So we know it ain't D.
Yep. Right.
So you say it's not D. So let's say, for instance, I'm lazy.
Oh, now
Yeah,
you check
for
longest
instance?
longest side.
Longest side, longest angle, right?
Right. So we know it ain't B.
It's not B
26.
because big C is the biggest angle.
Right.
So that means that 26 has to be the largest side, right?
Exactly.
So what can I get rid of automatically?
B and D.
I can get rid of B, right?
Yeah.
D's already gone.
Yeah.
But now, in order. So if little c the biggest, which one's the next one down?
B.
B. B is going to be the next one in order. So-
it ain't C.
So it's A.
It's A.
It has to be A, right? Because little a has to be smaller than B.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know if you're paying attention, but we did cross that out. We did cross that out. All right, let's go down to the next one. So number 4. What do you think I should do first on number 4? Draw a triangle. Let's do that.
Oh, you just gonna do it?
A. C. And little b is alrighty. So this one we're gonna find the area. So I start by drawing a triangle. And I don't have enough information. The reason why I say that is because you could flip the page of your reference sheet, and in the bottom, like middle bottom area, there's the area formulas. And so my area formulas are 1/2 AB sine C, 1/2 AC sine B, 1/2 BC sine of A. So on all these formulas, how many sides do I need? I need 2 of them, right? Do I have 2 of them?
No.
I don't have 2 of them yet, but I can get that. Can I use law of sine yet? What do I have to do first to use law of sine?
Solve big B.
Yep, solve for big B. So subtract that from 180 to get big B. So big B is going to look like this. It's 180 minus 102 degrees 50 minutes minus 30. That's a minus sign there. So I know y'all ain't just plugging stuff in the phone right now, right?
I saw I saw you make eye contact with the phone and.
It's sad. It's like I'm the only one trying to make you pass.
44 degrees and 50 minutes.
Thank you.
4450.
Yeah.
There we go.
Somebody gonna pay.
Now, from here, do we have enough to do the law of sine? Yes. Now, I could solve, since I know all three angles, I could solve for either little c or little a to be able to use one of these formulas. So, what are we going to solve for first? Who actually did this? Anyone actually do this? What did you solve for already? Okay, let's solve for little c. Solve for little c.
So confused.
Okay, did I get the right answer?
He's like, please, somebody, please.
All right, what do we get for big little c? It's almost like I assigned this already on Monday for you to already do it.
I know.
Just so you could be at this point, because I ain't got time and we're most likely not going to finish if no one did this. Anyone get the answer?
27.1.
27.1?
Yeah.
Now, that gives me little b and little c. Little b and little c. So I can only use one of these area formulas now because of that. So my area is equal to BC. So that's going to be 1/2 19.6 times 27.1 times sine of, which is going to be
32 degrees 20 minutes.
There we go. And so my area point what?
044.
So since this is a multiple choice, and even though we approximated over here too, I can go back 142.04. So let's see, that is going to be option. There we go. All right, number 5. Find the distance across the river, distance BC. I have values here that I could just plug in, so I need to start by drawing a triangle. So this is number 5.
ones that are like super similar, can we just like skip them and like do ones that are like a little bit different or like require different knowledge?
I was actually able to finish this in my other class because I had people that did already do it before class. So the answers actually come out. Yeah, I'm asking for answers. I know everyone's not going to have time to actually plug in all these and keep up. So if not, you're going to have to go back and watch the video. Hate to be a big meanie, but yeah, that's kind of requirement there.
Oh, you posted the video already?
I'm most likely going to post the other class because they finished already, and because when I asked for answers, someone already had answers. So we get B is at what else did I have? And C is 15.2. There we go. And it says I am finding AB. So I'm looking for little c here. So since I'm looking for little c, I need to start with something that I know. So what's the first thing I have to get before I can do anything else? Got to get big A. So go ahead, subtract those from 180. So it's going to be 180 minus 105.4 minus 15.2, which gives me
59.4.
there. And now I could set up my law of sines because I now have big and little a. 703 sine of 59.4 is equal to, since it asked for little line segment AB, which is the same as saying little c, over sine of 15.2. So I get C is equal to 703 sine of 15.2 divided by sine of 59.4. What do we get? 214? Okay, so C is about 214. So that was the one I was looking for. And so that one's going to be option 214 is going to be option D. All right, next one. Find the area. So this is another area one. So we need to go through and try to find same thing on number 6. Oh, wait, this one didn't give these. So I will add these later. There we go. Now, with the definitions it gives you, it says it gives you two sides and the included angle. The definition included angle means it's the angle touching both of those sides. That's the one in between there. So, since we use letters for all of our formulas, I could just put some letters wherever I want to go. I can call this A, B, and C. Right? So now that I have A, B, and C, that's going to make this one little c, this one little b, and this one little a.
So then we could use the area formula.
Yep.
With sine of A.
Yep, very good.
To just plug it in.
Yeah, just plug it into the area formula now that I have that, because that's all I needed. So my area is going to be the 1/2. That one's going to be b c sine of A. So 1/2 b, which is going to be 238.6 c 249.1 sine of 76.65 degrees. So I should end up with a big number here. Be
28,914.6.
914.6.
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and we look at our multiple choice on this one.
Oh, E.
28. So yes, option D.
Discriminated against letter B in the test.
Yeah. It was being a little b. See what I did there? See what I did? Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Find the missing part of the triangle. So this one right here is another one where I have to go through and start by drawing the triangle.
You know how many triangles you probably drawn in your life?
Some stats of
Just let you know. You know what? When it's my time and they open up that book and they say, how many triangles have I drawn? And they're going to tell me that.
Exactly.
And they're going to say, hey, how many perfect circles did you draw?
Oh.
Pretty close.
Why are you guys so mean? Like, literally calm down. Like,
Do it again, do it again.
Now, let's go ahead here. What is it asking for?
Missing parts.
So I have to solve everything. So I have a pair. I have a pair. So that means that I could use law of sine. But in this case right here, I'm going to be solving for the angle, so I have to look closely at what's given to me. So in order that they're touching, this is a what?
angle.
This is a,
Side.
and this is a. So what do I have to worry about?
It's two triangles. Right?
What's the word?
Ambiguous.
There we go.
I already said that.
Ambiguous, right?
That was
But you gotta like, yeah, you gotta say it loud. You have to like, these people got all excited just because
yeah,
they.
I'll be like, ambiguous.
I know, right? Okay. So anyway, so there's a possibility of
Two triangles.
two triangles, one triangle, or no triangles. So whenever we're dealing with this and we're finding the angle, we're gonna have to, pay close attention. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my law of sine. So that's gonna be 7.53 over sine of 30 is equal to 15.06 over sine of big B. So B is equal to, now for formula wise, okay, you can. So, yes. So every time I'm looking for an angle, you have to do the,
Inverse.
thank you. So let's do it. So I'm jumping straight to the answer here on this. Inverse sine. So 15.06 sine of 30 over, that's 7.53. So I highly recommend, especially if you are messing these up, make sure you actually do the right, like the whole thing. And so we should get big B is going to be a boot.
90 degrees.
Yep.
Good job.
Now, but the problem with this, if big B is 90 degrees, let's check for a second triangle. How do I check for a second triangle?
Subtract 180
So this is going to be B1, and then B2 is going to be equal to 180 minus 90, which is going to give me.
90.
So, do we have two triangles? Yes, we do. But guess what?
It's not-
They're both the same.
Oh, it's the same triangle.
It's the same triangle. They're the same. There's two triangles.
But they're the same. Oh, because both were.
Yeah, both right here, and both B1 and B2 are 90. Usually at this point, if this is not 90, it comes out to be something else, and then I get a B1 and a B2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's why I separate two triangles. But, so do I have to do the second triangle? No. No. Okay, so we said B is 90. So what is C going to be?
60.
C is going to be 60. And since I'm looking at multiple choice, which one has B 90 and C 60?
A.
There we go. So, work smarter.
Not harder.
No, we're halfway there. We're halfway there.
What's your middle name?
What? What's my mother's maiden name? Is that what you just said?
Your middle
What was the
name.
name of my first dog?
What?
John Green Bosch.
So, 8. What do I have to start with? Let's do it. I saw you throwing up gang signs over there. Araya's over there throwing up gang signs at me.
Woo.
There we go. What are we going to solve for first?
You gonna catch this?
Gotta solve for big A, right? Gotta solve for big A. Do I have a pair?
Yes, big.
I have both B's, so let's do that.
Um, 12.3.
12.3?
Wait, that sounds wrong now. That's what I got. I got 298.
12.3?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Good job.
It just looked wrong.
Okay, so the answer is gonna be B.
So you're saying big A, 12.3? There we go. So my answer there was what? B? So if you notice, a lot of these, you only have to solve for one of them, even though it says solve the whole triangle. It's multiple choice. All the answers are there. Next one, number 9. We're going to start there. Draw my triangle. All right, this one right here, what are we going to solve for first? Big B. Do I have a pair?
Yeah.
Got the pair of A's.
There's no triangle?
What is it?
There's no triangle?
Why would you say there's no triangle? I just drew a triangle.
The angles don't work.
Because why?
It just doesn't work. It doesn't make
Why doesn't it work?
There's probably like the biggest angle
Yeah.
doesn't match up with the biggest side.
What'd you get on your calculator?
Undefined?
Undefined. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh.
Okay, it's fine. Yes.
Well, I explained
You're
it.
correct. You're like going scientific method on this. Biggest angle is not the biggest side. Because a triangle cannot have an angle that's 105 and a side that's not the biggest side, right?
Right.
So we like did all that for.
That don't even make sense.
Oh, actually no, because B could have been even bigger, but no. Actually, no, it can't.
Yeah,
So
it
we
can't.
just did all that work for.
No, you didn't do all that work for it. This is how we test to see. And when your calculator says it is,
Undefined.
you know that there is
No triangle.
no such triangle. And so I write letter what? Ah. Letra A. Number 10. Let's see. Assume triangle ABC is standard labeling. Determine if it's side angle angle, angle side angle, side side angle, side angle side, or side side side, given whether law of sine, law of cosine is going to be used in solving the triangle. Look at number 10. What are all those?
Sides.
They're all sides because they're all little, right? So it's going to be side, side, side.
B.
So you said B, why?
Because you need an angle to do law of sines.
Very good. You need at least one angle to do law of sines. So therefore, it has to be law of cosine, and we use law of cosine to get the angle.
I'm like eating this up. It's really-
I know, right? It's almost like you know, you're good when you pay attention.
I always pay attention. I just don't always talk
Right.
about the work.
Yes, exactly.
Like
What's this? What question are we on?
11.
11. All right.
Little. Thank you.
That just got weird. Stop that, please. 11. Big C is 12.8. No,
No,
112. 112.8. There we go. 112.8. Little a is. Little b is 10.8. Now, what law do I have to use?
Side.
It's a side angle side, right?
Yeah.
What law is that?
Yeah.
Law of sine or law of cosine? What do I have to use to have law of sine?
Compare.
Do I have a pair?
Oh.
I don't have a pair, and since I only have one angle, I can't use law of sine at all. So this one has to be law of, and using law of cosine, what side would I have to solve for? Little what? Little c. Little c. It's going to be little c. Because in the formula for little c, there's my a, little a, there's little b.
Oh, because for anything else you need another angle.
Yep. So it's going to look like this. Since I know angle c, it's going to be little c is equal to the square root of
A squared.
a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of big C. Right?
Yes.
Yes. So know you guys are trying to fill this in. I'm going to fill it in here for the sake of the notes. But you guys are already doing this, right? So A is... So what do we get for little c?
15.8.
15.8?
So then it has to be D.
15.8, right? So you said that has to be...
D.
There we go. Option D. That's the only one that has 15.8 there. So, number 12. Same thing, right? Go ahead, draw a triangle.
Oh, do good on this one.
All right. What are we solving for here on number 12? Little c. This is, again, side angle side, right? So I have to solve for little c because it cannot be law of sine. Again, I'll write out the formula while you guys plug this in. A squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of big C.
Or 14.6?
A.
Has to be A?
Yep.
Alrighty.
We have 2 more left.
A. There we go. Well, that's good. We have 13 minutes for this. So, 13. Again, we're going to go through, draw our triangle. But these are all line segments. So AB, 322, AC, 187, and BC, 161. Now, again, we have all sides, so that means I'm going to have to use law of cosine. I could solve for any of them, but if I look at my multiple choice, there's only one of them that has everything different. Only one of the letters has all 3 different.
A.
Is it A or is it B? If you look at all the A's,
Wait, what?
look at angle A. Is
Yeah,
there
it's A.
any...
Right?
It's not A, because if you look at B and D, those are both 20.6, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so look at angle B. Angle B is different for all of them.
Oh.
See the choices there?
Okay.
And so, trying to save you guys some headache on this, if you do all of them, all the work, or you just did A, then you did B, it's fine. You would still get the answer. But I'm trying to make it easier for you, so we're going to solve for angle B. So, if we have our formula, that is going to be angle B is equal to, so now, if I'm looking for an angle, I use the, thank you, inverse cosine,
B squared
B squared
minus A squared negative 2AC.
There we go. And by plugging it in, so big B is going to be about,
Give me a second.
I know,
24.1139. So 24.1.
We spelled that.
so B is 24.1, so that my answer has to be okay. If you notice, they're all using the same numbers over and over again. You just have to make sure it's in the right spot, and you label what it is you were looking for. So 14. This one, I'm going to go and draw it. So this one is slightly different, and it says 2 ships. Okay. They're traveling, and there is 125 degrees between their headings, right there. And each of them travels 548 miles. And it's asking, how far are they apart?
But this is an isosceles triangle.
Yes, it is an isosceles triangle. So since it is isosceles triangle, what else do you know about this isosceles triangle?
All the two sides are equal. Angles.
Base angles are also equal. So these two are both equal, but we're not looking for the angles, are we?
Nope.
Okay, we're looking for the distance in between these. Now, is this labeled? No, it's not labeled, right? So since I don't have ABCs and all my formulas are in ABCs, can I assign ABC to this? Yeah. So I'm going to call this one A, B, and C. So that makes this side over here on the left is going to be little c. On the right, little b. Straight across is little a. So especially these word problems that actually don't give you ABCs, assign it ABCs because you need that for your formula. What information is given to you here? Side angle side, right? So what law is side angle side? Cosine. So what are we going to solve for? Which side? Little a. Very good. We're looking for little a, so we use the formula for little a. So that's little a is equal to the square root of b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of big A. You guys agree? Anyone else verify that?
I don't believe it.
So let's go ahead and check. So, my answer has to be. All right, you guys feel pretty good about this? I highly recommend, especially if you didn't have time to go back over and write down all the work to go along with this, watch the video, review the video, go back over this, do it again yourself. All right, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe, hit that notification button, and buy stuff. There's some new stuff on the merch store.